Hello everybody, this is Jonathan from Duel Network. Today I'll be doing another video. So I decided to do a video on what's going to happen this coming format. So you guys already know the top 5 tier 1 decks. We have Chaos Dragons, Rescue Rabbit, Inzectors, Heretics, and Windups. And I know that Heretics are not tier 1 here, and I know that Windups aren't tier 1 there in OCG, but you know, these are the tier 1s right now. So in Chaos Dragons, they actually did take like 4 hits. I think they -1 on the red eyes, which usually good Chaos Dragon players only run 2 anyway, but it's harder to do the loop with only 1 now. They lost another Chaos Sorcerer. I usually only play 2 anyway, but it wasn't a big deal. They lost another Tour Guide, which was an easy XYZ summoner, and they lost Future Fusion, which was their win condition. So they did take quite a big hit. Not the biggest hit among all these, but they did take a hit. They first lost their Looper, well, kind of Looper, their link to the Looper, with his red eyes. They lost their substitution for Black Soldier of the Beginning. They lost their easy XYZ summoner, and they lost their win condition. So Chaos Dragons did take a hit, but I still believe that they can still be tier 1. Dino Rabbits, I was completely surprised how that Konami hardly touched the Rabbits at all. They put Rabbit to 2 and Tour Guide to 2, and nothing else has changed. You can still make Dino Rabbits completely tier 1 by just adding more drawing cards. In my updated Dino Rabbit deck, which I'm not good at Dino Rabbits, but I'm okay, I suppose. But all I do is just add in 3 Gold Sarcophagi, and it's basically the same thing. Inzectors took probably the biggest hit among all these decks. It really depends on the position, like your opinion on which one hit the most, because Heretics also took a pretty good hit as well. So the Inzectors lost 2 of the Dragonfly, 2 of their Hornet, and they lost 1 of their Tour Guide. I think that's it. But I tested it out, and a lot of people have tested it out. Having just 1 Dragonfly and 1 Hornet, they're actually still really powerful. You just have to work with the Dragonfly a little better. And Dragonfly does feel good at 1 for some reason, and Hornet, same thing. I can maybe see Hornet or Dragonfly going to 2 in a distant future, very distant. Windup's the only card that they lost except Tour Guide. Every deck lost a Tour Guide, but they just lost Zen Mighty. As you probably already know, I don't think that Hunter is that great of a card. I mean, yes, it does make you lose cards in your hand, yes, but all you really have to do is just knock down the cards that make the loop, which is Zen Mighty or Rat. You only have to do one or the other, which Zen Mighty, in my opinion, was a lot smarter. So they basically stopped the Windups. However, they're still tier 1. They were hit the least among all of these decks because they only lost a 2 Zen Mighty and a Tour Guide. That's really not it. That's not enough. I mean, yeah, there's no more hand loop anymore, but they can still kind of do it. It's just that it's not going to be consistent. It's hardly ever going to happen. They can do 1 or 2, so I can see that Hunter's probably just going to be like a tech card from now on, or maybe like a weak card. Like, no one really it's not going to be played too often now. And with the Heretics, they took a pretty big hit. They lost 1 of their Heretic Sealed Convocation, which was their easy, card that gets their card to the hand. They lost a Pot of Duality. They lost Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, which basically means no more OTK. The OTK is completely finished. They basically needed 2 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons in order to actually do the OTK, unless they had a god hand. They would need a bunch of Heretic monsters in their hand in order to still do the OTK. So Heretics didn't even have a chance to becoming tier 1 here because we don't even have Gustav yet, so we had to wait until Gustav until they became tier 1. However, since they hit Red Eyes early, we don't have to worry about that OTK anymore. So there we go. And now for the side deck, you can see a bunch of other decks. We see Black Wings. I feel like this card's gonna see a lot more play. Not this card. This card's gonna see more play, but this deck is gonna have a lot more play because the Clute's going up. I'm not gonna play because I don't think Black Wings are really great, and I'm terrible. I'm just absolutely terrible at Black Wings for some reason. Agents are gonna see more play. This is actually the deck that my very first competitive deck I've ever made. And they're always going to be with me. I like the agents, and I'm probably going to make it during this meta. You can probably see a little more of the Spore's not supposed to be here. Get out of there. Debris should be there. Okay, Debris Dragon. You may see a little more plant synchros. Excuse me about that. Sorry. Okay, and Destiny Draw is going 3, which I'm actually really happy about because I didn't think it was that great of a card. It was on my list of going out of the list because it's basically, I don't know, it's not that great of a card anymore because there's only a few Destiny hero monsters that are still good. The heroes got a little weaker. They did lose a Mercutol, and they lost a Future Fusion, they lost a Pot of Duality, and they lost a Hero Lives, but basically the deck is still powerful, and I'm gonna get out of here. So I'm gonna show you this list now. This is the list of what I think is going to become Tier 1 and Tier 2. So this list right here, these 7 cards, I don't think all 7 are going to be Tier 1, just a select few. Chaos Dragons still have a huge chance of coming Tier 1 still. Element Heroes, they're probably going to be able to be fast enough in order to keep up with every other meta, and they have a chance of still becoming Tier 1. Rescue Rabbit, like I said, they didn't get hit like at all. Windups, they got hit the least. And now the 3 new decks, the Medolces, the Geargias, and the Atlanteans, these are the 3 decks that have the most potential of the new decks coming out to become Tier 1. I don't think they're becoming Tier 1 because they did lose an Ultimate Offering. I just don't feel like they're going to be Tier 1. Geargia, I believe, has a better chance of Medolce because they do have a lot of fast plays, and Atlanteans, I believe, have the best chance of becoming Tier 1 because they're really good, actually, but they did lose their Baryonyx, so basically they did lose a lot of power there, but they can still have a chance of becoming Tier 1. I can see all 3 of these decks, or at least the Medolce becoming Tier 3, and Geargias and the Atlanteans becoming Tier 2, but these are the 3 decks that have the most potential becoming Tier 1 compared to what, the Windups, the Rescue Rabbits, the Heroes, and the Chaos Dragons. And now for the Tier 2s, this is actually an already made list, except a few things. So, Ancients are going to become Tier 2 again. They're not Tier 2 again. They're powerful again this next coming meta. They still need another Ancient to come back a little, but because of that one Ancient Earth, they're going to see a lot more play, and I'm not going to complain. I'm actually going to be okay with just seeing a little more of this because I miss these guys. The Dark Worlds weren't hit at all. I still feel like the graphics should have been hit to 2 because it's a +1 all the time because you don't minus at all. You just put a Dark World monster to your hand from the field that's face up, and then you special summon Graph from your graveyard. You can just do this, and keep doing this, keep doing this. It's annoying, and it's hard to get over him all the time, unless you're an Executive player, which I am. 6 Samurais, I don't hate anymore, actually. I've actually lost a hatred for them. The only deck I despise left is Heretics, and I don't hate them anymore. I don't despise them anymore this coming format because they can't do the OTK anymore. So basically, I'm okay with basically every single deck. Gladiator Beast, a lot of people know that I'm doing a lot of Gladiator Beast decks lately, and I feel like these guys deserve to be Tier 2. And Insectors, I did test this deck out with only having 2 Tour Guides, 1 Dragonfly, and 1 Hornet, and the deck is still really good. You just have to play conservatively, and I'm a very conservative player, so Insectors are still great with me. And the Chainburn are still Tier 2. That deck is really annoying, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if there are any other decks that you believe deserve to be on the tier list, not just Tier 1, but Tier 1, 2, and 3. What do you guys think are going to be in the tier list? I mean, I didn't discuss anything about the Tier 3 list because I don't really play that many Tier 3 decks, I think. But tell me what you guys think is going to happen. Tell me if you guys think that what I'm correct about, like these 4, the Windups, the Rescue Rabbits, the Heroes, and the Chaos Dragons, because I feel like those 4 decks have the best potential of becoming Tier 1 this next coming meta because Insectors were hit too hard, and these 3 decks aren't fast or even powerful enough to really hit these guys yet because these 3 decks are still way too powerful, way too fast. But the OCG did hit them really badly, but here it didn't hit them at all, so we're basically going to have the same meta as this current one. So if you guys have any other things, comment below, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. Merp!